In the hustle and bustle of life, we often find ourselves yearning for instant gratification. We want things now. We want answers today. The modern world has conditioned us to expect immediate results, whether it's through fast internet, quick meals, or instant messaging. This constant rush can make the act of waiting feel unbearable. Waiting can be one of life's biggest tests. It challenges our patience and our faith. It forces us to confront our deepest fears and insecurities. It's easy to get impatient when we don't see things changing. We start to feel anxious, wondering if our efforts are in vain. The minutes feel like hours, and the days stretch into eternity. We can start to doubt God's plan. We question if He hears our prayers or if He's forgotten about us. The silence can be deafening. But God asks us to trust His timing. He reminds us that His perspective is far greater than ours. He sees the bigger picture, the intricate details we might miss. He has a perfect plan for each of our lives. Every delay, every moment of waiting is a part of that divine plan. It's in these moments that we grow, learn, and become stronger. His ways are higher than our ways. His wisdom surpasses our understanding. We must remember that His timing is always perfect, even when it doesn't align with our own. His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. He knows what is best for us, even when we cannot see it ourselves. When we learn to trust in His timing, we find true peace and joy. We realize that waiting is not a punishment, but a preparation for something greater. Remember, delays are not denials. They are simply a part of the journey, a necessary pause before the next step. God is working behind the scenes. He is aligning circumstances, preparing hearts, and setting the stage for His perfect plan to unfold. Even when we don't see it, He is orchestrating every step. Every moment of waiting is a step closer to the fulfillment of His promises. He is preparing us for the incredible blessings He has in store. Trust in His timing, and you will see the beauty of His plan unfold in your life. God operates on a different clock than we do. His sense of timing is beyond our understanding, often leaving us puzzled and impatient. His timing is perfect, even when it doesn't make sense to us. We might not see the bigger picture, but He does. Think about Abraham and Sarah. They waited years for their promised son Isaac. Their faith was tested, but they held on. They could have given up hope. The years passed, and still there was no sign of the promise being fulfilled. But they kept believing God. They trusted in His word, even when it seemed impossible. And God's timing was perfect. Isaac was born, and their faith was rewarded. Sometimes it may feel like our prayers are hitting the ceiling. We cry out, but there seems to be no response. It may seem like nothing is happening, but God is listening. He sees your faithfulness. He knows your heart. He is faithful to His promises. He remembers every word He has spoken over your life. He will not fail you. His promises are sure, and His love is steadfast. When we try to rush ahead of God, we often miss His blessings. We take paths that lead us away from His perfect plan. We make choices that are not in our best interest. We end up lost and confused. But when we wait on the Lord, He renews our strength. He gives us wisdom. He guides us with His loving hand. He opens doors that no man can shut. He leads us into His promises in His perfect time. Waiting can be challenging, but it's in the waiting that we grow. Patience is not just about waiting passively, it's about trusting God while we wait. It's about using that time to draw closer to Him. Think of a farmer planting seeds. The farmer doesn't plant the seed and immediately expect a harvest. He knows there's a season of waiting. He needs to water the seed. He needs to pull the weeds. He needs to be patient. In the same way, God has a harvest for your life. But you have to be patient. You have to trust His timing. You have to keep watering your faith through prayer, worship, and studying His word. We may not always understand why we go through difficult seasons. These times can be confusing and painful, leaving us questioning our path and purpose. But we can trust that God is with us every step of the way. He walks beside us, guiding our footsteps even when the road seems uncertain. He is using those challenges to shape us, much like a blacksmith forges metal or a potter molds clay. These trials refine our character and strengthen our spirit. He is molding us into the people He created us to be, preparing us for the greater plans He has in store. Remember, the path to your destiny may not always be easy. It can be rocky and winding, filled with unexpected turns. There may be twists and turns, moments when you feel lost or unsure of the direction you're heading. There may be obstacles along the way, but don't give up, don't lose heart. Every hurdle you overcome brings you one step closer to your goal. Keep your eyes on God, trust His promises, your time is coming. Stay focused on His word and let His light guide you. Your breakthrough is on the horizon. The dawn of a new day is near, bringing with it hope and new opportunities. Walk in faith and believe that He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. You are victorious. Embrace the journey with confidence and trust in His plan.